All right, guys, doing a video here. Biggest clowns of the week, biggest morons of the week. You have to understand, I'm extremely frustrated watching these guys get paid millions of dollars and just be so stupid and dumb and moronic and just like not like didn't go through the same evolution of life as normal people did because you cannot be this stupid in real life. If you're this stupid in real life, you get fired. And these guys get paid multiple dollars just to be morons, right? And I'm gonna go through three of them. Okay, I'm gonna go through three of them, and I think my justification for these are pretty accurate because I mean, just watch these next three plays. I'm gonna give you three players and coaches, and it's just bad, right? It's bad to the bone. Number three, Justin Fields. Justin Fields probably is the most inconsistent quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Okay, you have to understand that he is dumb, like really dumb. Like what is his Wonderlick? I have no idea. One of the dumbest quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. It's just the truth. He's just a moron. Okay, he's just a moron. Um, and these guys can't lead you. They can't lead you to prosperity. You could lead a dog to water, but you can't make him drink, right? That's a saying, I think. Is it? Yeah, I hope it's a saying because that kind of sounded good. But let me fix this fan. But you know what I'm saying though. Like this, like you can't lead a dog to water. You can't make him drink. You can't lead a moron to a decent starting job and have him win games. You just can't. Or have a quarterback sneak. You can't. It's impossible. Like right here, I'm gonna give you three scenarios right here. Look at this. Boom, bam, easy. Okay, 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Let's be honest, 4th and 1/2 a yard. Okay, he's gonna kill the play. He's going to kill the play and roll out and throw a jump pass, right? And let's go back with volume a little bit.
Showing that he is. He just run it with Fields.
Kill. You hear it.
Showing that he is.
And he runs that. Okay. And I know you're going to say it's 23-3. Why do you even care? Because I had money on it. I bet on it and I lost. And I'm mad. Can I be mad? Yeah, I'm mad about it. I'm really upset. Okay. It's annoying that these guys are like, he's like, you know what? We need half a yard. Can our offensive line get a half a yard? Oh, I don't think so. You know why? Because, this guy, Dante Fowler, he's lined up on the inside and it's really triggering me. Look, he's lined up on the inside. Number 41's lined up on the inside of the guard, and this is really triggering me. I think we can get him on a rollout to my left, where everybody knows I'm going to roll out to my left if this happens, and he's going Dante Fowler's going to stunt and push me backwards, and I have nowhere to go, and I'm going to throw a freaking jumping pass. Great, right? And then these guys take a shot right away, and that's not just the first time it happened. If it was one time, like, all right, whatever, it happens, right? But this is the second time. That was the first time it happened. It was the second time this happened. You have to go back here. Look at this. This is actually crazy because you're going to watch this and think, what was wrong with it? They just didn't get any push. That's a lie because they did get push. It's just bad football. It's just really bad football. He goes sideways. They get the push. They get what they want, right? They get what they want. This guy goes sideways. Okay, I'm going to play it for you here. Boom. I'm going to play it for you right here. Look at this. So look, he gets the push right here. He gets the push. Look at 76 and the center, 71. They get the push, 74-2. Boom. Nope, I'm going to go sideways and run sideways. That's basically, in a nutshell, who Justin Fields is, right? Everybody walks in a straight line, and he walks sideways, okay? That's just a fair thing to say. And that's not, think about this. So that was really stupid, right? That's like counts as moron of the week, you would say. But that's not even number 2 or 1 because we got to go to Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is an idiot, is a moron head coach, one of the worst head coaches. I don't know how he has a job. I called it out last year. I'm like, why do you have him as your head coach? And all these Miami Dolphin fans, stands, and everything were like, what do you mean? Why is he why you have my head coach? He just won the playoffs last year. You're not going to win with that gimmicky trash offense. You'll beat shitty teams. You're never going to beat the good ones. Who cares? Are you there to be to beat bottom feeders? Are you there just to make it to the dance? No, you're there to win it. You have a team to win it. You have a billionaire owner because he wants to win it. You need to get a better coach, better quarterback, and everything that's it. Right? So let's go here. What time did I put on this thing? I wrote it down. I wrote all these down, right? 41-16. 41-16. So I'm going to play this video for you guys. Coming up, 41. Because you can't make this up. So you can't not make this up, right? Here, boom. Okay. So right here, Panthers just scored a touchdown on a 2-minute warning. You get the ball. Yeah, right. You get the ball. Okay. And you see right here what happens. You'll see right here what happens. You have incompletion, 151 on the clock. They need a field goal to tie the game or a touchdown to win the game, right? And second down, another incompletion to a Mrs. High to I think Jalen Waddle or somebody. Who is it? Yeah, Jalen Waddle. Mrs. High to Jalen Waddle. 3rd and 10, right? What do you do here? Maybe not take a sack, but it's the Dolphins. It's this great upper management, great coaching, great everything, and they take a sack and great O-line play and everything else, right? Great quarterback play, take a sack, and then they punt. Do you see that? Did you see them punt the ball? So they punted the ball. Why? I have no idea why they punted the ball. That's just absolutely stupid. Why would you punt the ball there? You have, where were they? At the 13-yard line? So they were at the 15-yard line or 14-yard line. Okay? You're going to punt the ball, and you have 1:40 left on the clock. You cannot give up one first down. If you give up one first down, you lose the game, right? They're at the 15-yard line, you give up one first down, they lose the game. What's the difference if you get an incompletion? If you get an incompletion and you hold them, what's the difference of giving up 6 points and 3 points? When you just have a chance to win the game, when you're just begging for one chance to win the game, but you're giving up a down also, and as in 4th down, you give up that down. You could have had a completion. You could have maybe forced them to get a fumble there or force them for a bad play. But instead, you're like, I'm going to trust my defense, who's held the Colts to no punts, who's held the Bills to 31 points, who's held the Patriots to 34 points, I think. And now has held the Panthers at 27. I'm going to trust my defense. I'm going to trust them. They're going to hold us to all 3 and out when they probably having less than 10 3 and outs the whole season. And they're now going to get a 3 and out. That's what you're thinking, Mike McDaniel? This is why you say KYP in basketball, right? Know your personnel. Don't pass the fat kid in the corner. You give me the ball, right? You want the ball. You want Tua to have the ball. You want your multi-million-dollar, $100 million quarterback to have the ball at the end. 4th and 17. You think they're punting with Aaron Rodgers? Are you fucking out of your mind? That's so crazy. You think you're punting with Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? No chance. Or Josh Allen? No chance. And look at this idiot. Look at him. That's as slow as someone looks right there is Mike McDaniel. That's just a walking doorknob, Then now it's third and 6. And this is where Canales, great coach for the Panthers, he's like, you know what? They have a timeout. You know what I'm going to do? Even though they have a timeout, I'm going to throw the ball because I'm going to try to win the game. As you should. As you're a quarterback, of a whole team like Canales is for the Panthers, as in he's the nucleus of the team. You have to make decisions to make you win games. And that was a decision to make you win games. What's the difference between giving them the ball back with 50 seconds left and on a punt, then with a timeout, then 50 seconds left with no timeouts from that far away? I know you're going to say they can play in the middle of the field, but it doesn't. What's the likelihood of that happening? Exactly. You need to trust your quarterback the same way Canales trusts Bryce Young to make a play. And that's just what's fair, right? So I'm just over here going off on this because Mike McDaniel's a shit coach. But number 1 is Emari Demercado, right? Emari Demercado. This is number one. This guy is an actual moron. You know, we just had the same play with the Donnie Mitchell, right? You're like, oh, Donnie Mitchell just had the same play. They just had the same play, and you would think that like the people would learn, right? You would think that people would learn and understand that you can't be so stupid. So I'm just gonna play this for you guys here, and you're gonna tell me what you think. So it looked like he could have crossed the line, but he doesn't deserve it. I don't care. Why do you do this? Why can't you just not hold the ball for half a second longer or till you why do you have to let it go? You just saw Donnie Mitchell last week, and I guarantee you everyone in the NFL, every player in the NFL saw that play last week. They all saw that play and they said, what a moron. I'm never gonna do that. Demarcado is probably sending it to his college buddies saying, I think he went to TCU. What a moron. You can't like this guy's an idiot. How are you gonna do that? LOL. And then he does the same thing. You know why? They're just slow. They just don't have it in their brain are not wired the same. Some of these guys, their brains aren't wired to be smart, to walk in straight lines. You know, they're not wired to be normal, right? They don't have it. It's not in their they don't have common sense. It's maybe like I think it's the frontal lobe of your brain when you like the common sense and like the emotion and like everything like that. And they don't have that. They're just like walking doorknobs, walking non-binaries. They're like those people. They're those people. That's what they are in a nutshell. Demarcado's one of those. Mike McDaniel's one of those. Justin Fields, one of those. You can't make it up. It's just bad. It's just really bad to watch when you see stuff like this, you know? Because you saw Donnie Mitchell and you saw how devastated he was. This lost in the game. The Titans came back and won this game. That's just how embarrassing it is. They came back to win the game. You know how embarrassing it is? You're about to go up 28-6 in the fourth quarter, and instead it's 21-6, and then 21-12, then 21-20, then 23-21 final. Like, you know how embarrassing it is that you're supposed to be 28-6. You're supposed to have a parade. You're supposed to be 3-2, and you're not because you're just an idiot. You know how sad that is? That's just embarrassing. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.